Oh, I'm Matthew from Hijinx, the answer to the Graham Norton Show.
We are vaguely artistic, quite optimistic, and unresisting. We're vaguely artistic.
Welcome to round 2 of my Graham Norton Show with the Hijinx staff. This time, she's the beautiful, she's the best ever director of Hijinx, she's the new director of Hijinx. Please welcome on my sofa this evening, it's Clare Williams.
Hello, Matthew.
Right then, Clary, tell the viewers what you do for Hijinx and how long you've been working here.
Well, Matthew, my job is called Executive Director, and I've been working now for just over a year. And my job is to help with the strategic vision of the company, to decide what would be the best way for the company to move forward, and to raise the money to make sure that we're able to do that.
Oh, that's lovely. Why is Hijinx so important in life?
Well, because there needs to be opportunities for everybody across the whole world. Same cultural, the same sporting, the same educational opportunities. So Hijinx has a really important role because it creates opportunities that haven't existed before. So people like yourself, Matthew, who've got enormous talent, can now have training to work professionally as an actor. So Hijinx exists to say there are lots of Matthews in the world, people with real charisma, real talent, fantastic personalities who could work professionally in film, in radio, in television and theatre. And by doing that, it's actually changing people's expectations about what can be achieved. So to see the capability rather than the disability.
That's so lovely, Clary. Oh. If you won the lottery and donated it to millions and millions and millions of pounds of Hijinx, what would you spend the money on, darling?
Well, in order to reach as many people with disabilities as we possibly can, it's to be able to create fantastic opportunities. So what we'd like to be able to do is to make the Unity Festival even bigger than it is at the moment, to have academies all over Wales, in fact all over the UK, to have the Hijinx brand out there, and to create opportunities, working opportunities, commission TV programmes to be made, commission films to be made. I mean, you know, there's no limit to what we could do.
Oh, Clary, oh, that's really lovely. What is your favourite pod and why is your favourite pod?
Well, that's a difficult one. I love, and I've always loved, aquatic. The idea of Denny and Martin being in the bath together, having a good scrub down, always tickles my fancy.
Oh, it!
But
having seen...
You are wicked. Having seen Snoutology in Edinburgh, and how that really excited the Edinburgh Festival audience, that was also, it's up there. But they're all great in their own way. They all appeal to a different audience, they all have a very different feel about them, so it would be invidious to say that one was better than the other.
Oh, that's really nice. What do you think about the Academy journey so far, and where are you going to go in the future?
Well, that's a very good question. This time last year, in fact, when I first started, I think back in June, there were 8 students in the Academy. I'm delighted to say now there are 13 students in the Academy. The latest student, newest students, actually come all the way from Somerset because Hijinx offers something that can't be offered anywhere in southwest England, so really pleased to have Tom on board. There's now a waiting list of students. Hardly a week goes by when somebody else doesn't make a request. But we're very excited because on the 2nd of November we open up a brand new academy in Prestatyn in North Wales with 12 new students. Early in the new year we start another new academy in Newport. In 2016 we're looking at an academy in Mid Wales. And, you know, who else knows where we'll go?
Oh.
So there's going to be this fantastic community of actors across Wales who will be part of this big community who will be trained to perform professionally.
Oh.
Ben and Dan are always looking for new tutors who can provide new skills.
But what happened to the old ones?
Oh no, the old ones there's always things to be learnt. So at the moment, the Academy are learning commedia skills, physical theatre skills, slapstick, mask work, acting for film and for television. They're learning dance with Jessie. So all these existing skills need to be continually worked on.
Oh.
All of the tutors all work professionally in the industry anyway, which is why the standard is so high. And because our tutors are in such demand, our tutors are working in New York, they're working in Russia, they're working all over Europe, so we have to fit in around when the tutors aren't doing their other projects and other work.
Okay.
This is very important because the tutors always remain fresh and full of new ideas all the time, and any new ideas that they learn when working somewhere else, they bring back and feed back into the students, which is great for you.
That's cool. That's really cool. Right then, my next question, my little Clary. What's the best performance that you've ever seen at the Unity Festival, and what would you like to see in 2015? I cannot even wait!
Personally, I absolutely loved Cirque Extremist when they came and did their show Extremities, balancing on propane gas bottles, and they're coming back again in 2015. But fingers crossed, we're really hoping we might be able to do the Punch Drunk Beneath the Streets show again in 2015, because that was a really, really superb show. And Matthew, personally, I don't think I've ever seen you perform quite so brilliantly as you did on that show. There were 8 Academy students who all performed like they have never performed before. And we're keeping our fingers crossed that we can raise the money in order to revive that show.
Oh, that's cool. Is it Vaguely?
And Vaguely, well, we all love Vaguely. Everybody loves Vaguely Artistic. And it's hoping with a new injection, with a couple of new instrumentalists and singers,
cool.
that it will rise again.
So we do need a new female singer.
That we do.
Right then, Clary. Question 7. What story would you like to see in Odyssey in time you won on their Christmas shows?
Oh, now that's a very difficult question. Odyssey always manages to come up with some great storylines. And most of those stories come from the participants themselves, who are always a great starting point. It might be really interesting, particularly at the moment because we're looking at the First World War and 100 years. It might be very nice to think about a story about, the story of what happened on Christmas Day in, I think it was in 1916 or 1917, when on Christmas Day the German soldiers and the British soldiers came out of their trenches and played football together. It became a great symbol of uniting the world. And it's sort of to do with the whole of that Odyssey ethos, that whole kind of inclusivity and that joy of playing together. So it'd be nice, and before 2018 is out, that a World War I story will be seen on stage at the Wales Millennium Centre.
That's cool. It's really exciting. Right then, Clary. Question 8, the last question before I have another one on my sofa. Think about this one, and I mean think about this one now, before you answer this question. What does the H stand for?
Oh, that's really tricky. What does the H stand for? Horrendously talented? Really artistic? Or is it just hijinks?
You've got the word.
Got there in the end, Matthew.
Hijinx is this most popular theatre in Cardiff, and thanks to Claire and all the office team, thank you and good night.